Hi guys, welcome to the student room. This is a week in my life, or a week in the life of a medical student. I'm currently on rounds and I'm actually running late right now. I just had to grab food really quickly, but I thought I would do an intro and also a kind of like a narration of my week, because I realized once I finished vlogging that it doesn't make sense unless I narrate it for you guys. So I am going to, the next clip after this is I'm going to be sitting down narrating my week for you so you can understand what I've been doing. Like I said, I'm in a rush. I should be in my outpatient clinic right now and my attending is probably waiting for me. So next clip I'll be explaining everything. Guys, so I'm now home. It is actually now 6:30. I've just got home like 5 minutes ago from the hospital. Yeah, so I just got home from the hospital, and like I was saying in the clip before, I just had to record that clip then, because if I hadn't recorded then I wouldn't remember to record. But I just realized that when I was looking through the clips that I filmed the last week, because I'm just so on the go and most of the time I'm in hospital when or in a lab when I'm vlogging, that sometimes I just get clips, and if I just don't tell you what's happening, you might be a bit confused as to what's going on in my week. So I thought I'd just narrate this video for you. So our week changes all the time. It's always different every single week. We don't have a set timetable. But on this week, on Monday, I had surgery. So basically what we do in surgery is we, before the surgery, we'll sit down with our attending. So the doctor that's kind of like supervising us. He's an abdominal surgeon, so basically we kind of sit before and talk about cases, talk about, you know, anatomy and maybe like something specific about that lab, that surgery that's about to happen that we're going to observe. So we kind of sit and just talk about it. Sometimes we have a presentation to do each and all that stuff. And then after that we went to surgery. So on this day we had the laparoscopic cholecystectomy. So that's just basically a fancy term for gallbladder removal surgery. So yeah, it's keyhole surgery, and they just basically removed the gallbladder. So usually those are kind of the surgeries that we observe. So we just had that on the Monday. It was really interesting. So yeah, it doesn't take that long, 20 minutes, and it's 20-30 minutes if that, and it's finished. So that was the first day. So on Tuesday I had a seminar, a pharmacology seminar, and since this module is immune response, inflammation and all that stuff, we had a seminar about NSAIDs, so that's non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs. So I had a presentation to do on aspirin, so that's what you will see in these next clips, and that's kind of what I did on Tuesday. Mitochondrial, like derivatives, and what happens is they basically inhibit the mitochondria that are involved in fatty acids oxidation. So fatty acids, beta oxidation is inhibited in a virus infected synthesized host. So they did like control and host, and they saw that there was an increase in inhibition of fatty acid oxidation in the infected people who took aspirin. I'm so ill, guys. I finished my presentation and I was like, yeah, I'm going home because I just don't feel well at all. So I'm going home and then I'm gonna rest, maybe study, but I tried to study yesterday and it didn't work because I was just like so ill. Before I go home though, actually on my way home, I'm going to go through the mall and look for some skincare stuff because my skin has been doing the most recently and I can't be having that. So I'm gonna go look for some skincare stuff. And then film a video when I get home as well, because even though I'm ill I can't concentrate, but I can film a video, you know, because I like filming videos. It makes me happy and it might release some good hormones to make me feel better. So yeah, right, I will see you guys in. So fast forward to Wednesday. Wednesday was radiology day. So again, because of what we're studying, which is immune response, a part of that is like tuberculosis and pneumonia and things like that. So in radiology, we kind of look at, you know, typical chest x-rays of like all the different kind of syndromes and symptoms and diseases and stuff like that, and how to differentiate between one or the other. So that's kind of like what we did instead in the hospital in diagnostics, and that was on Wednesday. Today
It's so cold today. It's a lie. I'm in a tunnel right now because I'm walking over to my lab. But it's so cold today. And it was the sunniest day of the year. It was literally so sunny, but so cold. So then I was so cold that I had to go back into my house and get warmer jackets. And then that's why I'm late. So at the moment I'm like, I don't even know where I'm going. This hospital is so big. It's so big, it's crazy. We are lost. Found friends and we're still lost. We don't know where we're going.
That's actually really tricky.
Yeah, we don't know where we're going, so we're just like...
I don't even remember where it is.
Now we remember. We just got some help to find a place, so we're on our way.
Much also we can see those scratches, we can see cartilage, and we cannot see or incision.
I think that was probably the best radiology lab that I've been to, because he was so good. He was explaining stuff, because sometimes, like, I'm in third year and I hardly know what's going on in radiology. Oh my gosh, that dog. Did you see my face? I'm terrified of dogs. As soon as I heard that dog, I thought I was about to die. And then I had I went to the doctors because you guys know I've been sick. If you follow me on my Snapchat and my Instagram, I'm always talking about how I've been sick this last week. So I went to the doctors, she listened, she did some examinations, physical examinations, some auscultations and stuff. She didn't really like what she heard too much, so she did a blood test. And I'm gonna get the results tomorrow. Or later on today. I can call in today and get the results, or tomorrow, we'll see.
Okay, so Thursday was a very short day. I like my short days because then I get to study. My exam is next week, and this was this week. I love short days and we don't have much to do. So on this day we just had a tutorial case, and a tutorial is basically where we sit down. That's kind of like your problem-based learning. So we sit down, we get a case, and we have to just basically sit there and, you know, solve the case. So that's what we did on Thursday, and that was all I had that day. And then, you know, that was it, which is pretty cool because when I don't have a long day, I can just like go home and study. So that's what we did on Thursday.
I don't know if I look as tired as I feel, but I'm so tired. I just woke up like 10 minutes ago and had to run for the bus, and now it's finally here. There's a few of us waiting for it, but it's here and I'm going to class. I start at 8. It's currently like 7:30, and I'm going to go to class right now. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm so tired.
Mainly due to the presence of eosinophils, which is not common for different types. So this sarcoidosis is most common.
So it doesn't constitute granuloma, and it will be non-cavitating.
It's non-cavitating, and also there's sarcoidosis.
Yay!
All the topics included in
Yeah, I had a really good tutorial today. We were discussing, we had a case, a guy with tuberculosis, and we just kind of discussed it. It was really interesting and we learned a lot actually. I really enjoyed today's case. Sometimes tutorials, like, they can go over your head, but it was really simple, it was straight to the point, and the leader was really good as well, so so that was really interesting. And then now I've got a little bit of a break, and then I'm gonna eat, upload a video right now to YouTube, and also, yeah, so I'm gonna upload that video, eat, go into town. I need to buy some stuff like a new lab coat and things like that, and then I've got a second lab, and I'm just like, I just want to stay at home.
Okay, so fast forward to the last day of the week, which was Friday. Again, all I had this day was a lab, and this was a physiology lab, so all we were doing was looking at blood groups, the different blood groups, how to test for them, the physiology behind the testing of the blood groups, the different blood groups that you have. And I actually got tested and I found out what my blood group was, which was pretty cool. So yeah, I didn't know before. I've actually did this before in my previous degree, but I forgot. So they we redid the test, and I tested my own blood group and I found out. So that was kind of like what we're doing in physiology, and then looking at the theory behind obviously blood types and why we do them, and then looking at also transplants, and then also transplant reactions, like what's happening there to do with blood and all that stuff. So that was Friday, and that was basically my whole week.
Even the snakes, you are touching everything, then you will Then think I will remember you.
That's it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give it in the thing.
Yeah, there you go. That's fine.
Okay, and where is open?
תלוי איך עם חליק כזה.
It's coming! I didn't take it out.
Sarah.
He's so scared.
Are you scared, Ethan?
That was imperfect.
Oh, not to look.
Yeah, don't look.
Okay, but do it.
No, the nice finger.
What's that?
The good finger, the good finger. It's not the good finger. It's a nice prick, yo.
We have all our blood tests here. Wow. Pop quiz, guys. What blood test is this? I mean, what blood type is this? And this. So guys, that was my week. I hope you enjoyed that week of my life. And if I didn't already say, if this is your first time watching me on the student room, I am in my 3rd year of medical school. I'm from the UK and I study abroad, so this kind of gives you a different perspective on kind of how we do things. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this video, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this vlog. Let me know what more stuff you'd like to see from me or from my day in my lives, like what kind of stuff you'd like to see so that I can focus on vlogging that for you. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe to the student room if you haven't already down below. I'll see you guys on the next day in my life of a medical student, and hopefully it will be with your suggestions. Bye.